You ever step outside your house, coffee in hand, only to realize your car's gone from your own damn driveway? That was me. My name's Ethan Reyes. I had just moved into a quiet suburb in Woodbrook, Virginia, after relocating from a 3-year diplomatic post in Spain. I was promised peace, fresh air, and a driveway big enough for my government-issued black Audi. What I got instead was a showdown with the self-proclaimed queen of the neighborhood, Cynthia Holbrook, president of the HOA and, if we're being honest, the human embodiment of a control complex. It was my 4th day in the neighborhood. I walked outside, expecting the morning sun and birdsong. Instead, I got an empty driveway and a gut punch. No broken glass, no notes, just a ripped piece of paper shoved into the sidewalk crack. Unauthorized vehicle. Removed for violating HOA Rule 7A. HOA enforcement. Written in Comic Sans. On orange printer paper. Yeah, real official. Across the street stood Cynthia, in her usual pastel robe and orthopedic slippers, sipping tea like she'd just solved a murder. She smirked, that smug kind of smirk that says, "You messed with the wrong HOA." I didn't yell. I didn't storm over. I went inside, sat down, and called the regional security officer from the embassy. I wasn't just mad. I was aware of exactly what kind of rules Cynthia had just broken. "This just became federal," the officer said. 10 minutes later, 2 black SUVs pulled up to my house. The footage didn't lie. The security camera footage showed it all. 2:06 a.m. A tow truck silently backed into my driveway. Cynthia came out, clipboard in hand, and pointed at my car. The driver, later revealed to be her nephew, thumbs-upped and started the tow. No police, no warning, no legal process. That wasn't just a violation of HOA rules. That was tampering with protected diplomatic property, which, by the way, can fall under international interference. The confrontation. When agents approached her door, Cynthia didn't flinch. She strutted across her lawn like she was starring in her own true crime docuseries. "You can't park foreign government vehicles here," she said, pointing at my now empty driveway. "It's against our neighborhood rules. Doesn't matter who you are." The lead agent calmly said, "Actually, it does matter. You just towed a vehicle with diplomatic immunity. That's not a violation of HOA rules. It's a federal offense." Cynthia laughed. "Oh, come on. It's just a car." He showed her his badge. "No, it's an international asset, and what you did could trigger diplomatic consequences." For the first time, I saw it. That flicker in her eyes. The one where power starts slipping and fear starts creeping in. The fallout what followed was a chain reaction. The HOA held an emergency meeting without Cynthia. Turns out, she had falsified amendments to give herself more power, including emergency towing rights. My car came back from the impound lot with scratches and a shattered mirror. Her nephew admitted he just did what Aunt Cynthia told him to do, and even forwarded a text where she called me a suspicious foreign national. Yeah, let that sit for a second. Then the internet found out. Someone leaked the security footage online. A Reddit thread blew up. HOA president illegally tows diplomat's car. Gets owned by federal agents. People dragged her. Memes, TikToks, even a mock Monopoly card titled "Go Directly to Federal Court." The final straw, but Cynthia wasn't done. The night before her official removal vote, she crept across my lawn, spray can in hand, and wrote, "Go home, spy," in red paint. Got caught by the motion sensor lights. Whole thing recorded again. By the time the neighborhood watched it at the next HOA meeting, the vote was unanimous. She was out. Personal reflection and the bigger question. Now, I'm not here to play victim. I've dealt with worse in actual diplomatic zones. But this was different. This was someone in a safe, comfortable suburb, weaponizing neighborhood rules, twisting them into a tool for control and prejudice. Cynthia didn't tow that car because of the rule book. She did it because she didn't recognize the plates. And maybe, just maybe, because she didn't like the idea of a foreigner moving into her perfect little cul-de-sac. There's a deeper issue here, and I want you to think about it. At what point does just following the rules become an excuse for targeted behavior? Was it really about safety or about fear masked as control, ending with grace, not revenge? I didn't sue her for the full $50,000. Her husband left. Her nephew's business tanked. She moved out in silence. That was enough. Now, the neighborhood's better, more relaxed. People say hi without looking over their shoulder. We even have community BBQs without passive-aggressive flyers taped to our doors. And sometimes I catch myself smiling, not because I won, but because I didn't have to shout to be heard. I let truth speak louder than noise. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Was Cynthia just enforcing the rules? Or did she cross a dangerous line? Do you believe some HOA leaders abuse their power out of fear or bias? And when does a joke or act of concern turn into something that needs to be called out? Let's talk about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real stories that challenge what we think we know about power, perception, and neighborhood drama.